Now, while building a business and succeeding at it is not easy, there are many women who continue to change the entrepreneurial landscape. Now, one such woman is Kathryn Finney. Finney is the founder and managing director of DigitalUndivided, a social enterprise that fosters economic growth by finding, training, and supporting women entrepreneurs of color, particularly Black and Latino women here in the United States. I sat down with Finney and I started by asking her what were some of the industries that many of these women come from.
So DigitalUndivided runs a number of programs, one being our big accelerator program. It's a traditional tech accelerator, 16-week program based in Atlanta. The difference is that all companies must have at least one founder that is a Black or Latino woman. So we go across all categories. The key thread that links everything is that you have to be tech enabled, either as a platform or as a core part of your business.
How many entrepreneurs has DigitalUndivided helped, and how many more are in the pipeline over the next year?
Well, to date, we've helped over 2,000 entrepreneurs. We've had over 48 Focus Fellows. Focus Fellows are Black and Latino women who have investable, scalable tech companies. Of those, over 50% have raised at least $100,000 in seed funding, which is huge considering that the average Black woman only raises $36,000 in funding. So we're really excited about what's next. We have our next class that's coming in later this year, and we're really excited to see what happens with them.
Kathryn, you started out as a fashion blogger. How did you make the transition from fashion blogger to tech entrepreneur?
So I started off a lot of years ago at this point as one of the first fashion bloggers. And through that period, I saw the power of tech to change a community, to change a life. It allowed me to live the type of life that I want to, particularly as a mom. It allowed me to set my own schedule and do the things that I needed to do. I later sold that company, which gave me economic freedom as well. It was during the time I was doing the blog that I entered into one of the first accelerator programs in New York City and had just a really horrible experience as a woman, and particularly as a woman of color. And from that, I started to think about who gets to start tech companies and how we are missing out on amazing ideas, amazing investment opportunities, simply because of our own biases. And that really stuck with me as I sold the company, as I went on to Blogger as editor-at-large, and started to do other things. It really, really stuck with me. And so I started to do something about it.
Why do you think it's so hard for women, particularly women of color, to start companies and to raise money from investors?
It is challenging for women, but women of color in particular, to raise money, mostly because a lot of communities don't have the historical wealth to do that early angel seed investment. That is really, really crucial. When you first start your company, the people who usually invest in you are people who know you and love you the best and are willing to take that risk on you. But if you don't have a community around you who has the economic ability to do that, then you won't get that funding to start your company.
When we think about women in tech, we constantly hear the same narrative, is that the tech industry lacks diversity, lacks women of color. Do you see that landscape changing, and has it changed much over the years?
There's definitely been quite a bit of change in tech, at least in terms of discussions around diversity, around inclusion, and also around the business reasons for inclusion and diversity, which there's some very, very strong business reasons for it. Since 2007, over 80% of all new businesses founded by women have been founded by women of color. I mean, that's a huge number of small businesses that are not being served simply because of their gender and race. And so you're missing out on this huge, amazing market that could really be driving your bottom line. So there's been some discussions, not as much movement on the ground as many of us would like to see, particularly in an industry like tech, where you have people creating driverless cars and landing ships upright and going to the moon and all these amazing great things, but for some reason cannot figure out that diversity issue. So it's changing, but the change is quite slow.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.